YCS Orcust, YCS London has come to a close. And, well, Daddy Robbie needs to talk about that top cut. And to no surprise whatsoever, did we really expect what came out of this event. Later tonight, actually, up at 11, we will have the Teller Night deck list, I promise you guys. And then at 5, we're going to go through about 7 deck profiles coming out of this weekend's event, because there's a lot to talk about. So let's dig on into today's metagame review, shall we? 1,875 players gathered to play at YCS Orcust this past weekend. And, well, yeah, hey, good news, everybody. Orcust is probably going to get hit next list. 14 of these. So, good news, we checked Mermaid, which killed every other variant of the deck, ever splashable. Now we have to do with Pure. And, well, it looks like 14 of those Pure decks managed to get through 2 Lunalight, by the way. So, for those of you that are like, oh man, like, I thought Lunalight Orcust was dead. No, the deck is actually relatively well. The deck has, I believe, the highest ceiling out of really any Orcust combo deck. Curious is a very good card for those of you that are like, oh, really? But YCS plain vanilla here, man, it's so boring. All right, so let's talk about the good. So we had 7 copies of Salamangreat. You know what? That's nice. It's a lot more solid than I think we've been seeing for quite a long time, actually. Come to think about it. Pyro Phoenix, good job on you. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about Phantasme as either very good or very bad this format. And it looks like, resolving a Phantasme against Orcust to, net a +1 to filter through your hand, especially if you're playing Salad, isn't necessarily a bad thing whatsoever. I'll take that. So, yeah, Pyro Phoenix looks like he might have done something. I haven't actually looked at Salad deck list on a top cut yet, because none of them have been posted yet, but I'm gonna give it to you, Pyro Phoenix. You're the reason why. No, it's actually because we check the rest of the metagames, so Salad just scoots right on up there into a higher top deck representation. So, congratulations, Salad. It's nice to see you doing there. Now, we had 3 Thunder Dragon, which means we had 2 Pure running around the event. Now, Thunder's kind of in this really weird position right now. Like, Mind Control and Widow Anchor just beat the deck. Literally, Mind Control beats the deck. Like, you just take your opponent's monster and they're just like, what do? Like, that's the problem that Thunder's having right now. Now, the biggest upset of this weekend was Herman Hansen's Guard Dragon Danger Thunder list. Now, I will tell you, looking at this deck, it looks like it loses to Nibiru on paper. Now, I haven't watched the profile, nor have I seen anything, but I saw that he's playing Starliege. I see that we've got the Thunder package. I see that we've got Danger monsters. And we're playing the Guard Dragon engine, which means we're going to be tutoring for a lot of those very high-level plays. The deck looks phenomenal. I'm definitely going to cover it. I do know that Simo already has it up and things like that. But very interesting to see a very aggressive, heavy combo deck in a format where Nibiru exists. This is kind of like the Max C thing. Like, eventually decks like this will seep through the crack. There were just... I think we've gotten to the point in this format that players have stopped playing Nibiru in the main deck because they're just sick of dead drawing it, because we're in like this really control format. Like, Orcust kind of like hits the 4 summon limit and they're like, alright, job's done, end turn. Then you've got like Striker and Altergeist that just, they don't care. Like, Sky Striker can hit 5 summons, but like, is it really though? So, yes, Herman definitely changing a lot of perceptions out there. Kind of nice to see a little bit of change of pace. At least seeing a heavier combo-based deck coming back into the format. Now, Sky Striker dead! Yay! Said Robbie. So, here's the thing, alright? Sky Striker made it to the finals and won. Also, engaging into Engage is literally every Sky Striker player's dream. So, here's where we are with this deck at the moment. The deck is very good. Oh, whew. Deck is good. One Widow Anchor hurts a lot. What we've ended up doing is we've cut representation a lot. We've beat this deck so hard into the corner that, yeah, you can count this win as something and be like, yeah, now we can ban Gage. But I don't know. I'm going to keep my personal Sky Striker opinions aside, but after recent limitations and things like that, yes, deck is a lot weaker. Just having to go through a field of Orcust is really a nightmare. Now the deck has to play other really bad cards in order to function, so it's a little bit of food for thought there in that category. Then we had 2 Grand Manju decks. I believe Yashan posted on Facebook mentioning something that this deck now officially has 5 YCS tops. Think about that, or 4. It just kind of depends. But Grand Manju can top, but Ultrageist can't top. Let that sink in for a moment. All right. This is kind of hilarious, actually. Beatstick.deck. Literally, normal summon, roll with it. Here we are. And yeah, it's actually kind of crazy to see that this deck is functioning so well. Like, for a rogue metagame choice, it's just coming around out of left field. My oh my! Set Grand Manju pass turn. Laugh at opponent as they attack into it for game. That's the cringe of the day right there. Attacking into a face down Grand Manju for lethal. And last but not least, we have 1 Infernoid. Now, I've been hearing a lot about Inferno. We had an Infernoid player, Michigan Regional, that was tearing through people. Evidently a deck that feeds off of the opponent's graveyard and banishes key combo pieces in a combo-reliant graveyard format like this. Evidently can do very good. This deck made it all the way to top 4 at this YCS. It's relatively interesting if you do say so myself. So right now, the very weird metagame checks, you've got literally Infernoid. Sky Striker's still very much alive. Like, that deck is just in a corner scheming to do something. So, like I said, so top 8 was, look at this. So yeah, 6 Orcust, 1 Sky Striker, and 1 Infernoid. And it is a bad thing that Sky Striker won. I disagree with that statement, but there can only be one as a good card. So, what can we pull off of this bet? There's a Marin Says deck that made day 2, which is, I mean, I guess we expected that. Like, there's no reason for people to not be looking to Marin Says to do something. Literally, seeing Combo Thunder exist in a huge event like this is also interesting. Also, Dinosaurs bubbled. So, when I do like a little metagame breakdown here over the next couple of days, a couple things I want to say here. One, what happened to this deck? We were like, oh my gosh, Unchained. This deck, so good. Unchained True Draco. Deck is so good. What happened to this? Where was it? It wasn't anywhere. Alright. Ultrageist. This deck is also predicted to be one of the best decks this format. None in top 32. None whatsoever. True Draco. You guys are topping regionals left and right now. Cheers to you guys, by the way. You won the Michigan Regional. Happy for you. But you can't top a YCS. 32 man. Nothing. You couldn't seal the deal, just like you couldn't seal. Oh, never mind. So here's the thing. All right, YCS level, you've very much Orcust related. We're still at the same point that we've been in these formats. Regional level, you will be able to play these rogue decks. Marin Cess, Teller Knights, Lightsworn. These decks can find success because not everybody wants to play Orcust at an event. This is the same thing we say every single regional / YCS. Regionals are going to be your diversity, and YCS is going to be the clan de la clan, the Orcust of the Orcust, as I like to say. But very interesting, nonetheless. So, once again, Herman, congratulations, buddy, for you definitely piqued my interest. Definitely looking forward to seeing combo .deck. See a little bit more play. To all you Unchained players out there that are like, oh man, we're just scheming. Don't lie to me. Your deck. Maybe someday, but it's like just a sad day out there. So guys, what do you think about the event? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Well, Deucerinos. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.